Allora, buongiorno ragazzi, benvenuti di nuovo su Ryanair. Siamo di nuovo a Copenaghen Kastrup. Siamo attaccati alla corrente, quindi facciamo i nostri primi cecchettini. Allora, vediamo i flap. Le nav sono pronte. Allora, qua va tutto bene. Roba normal. Normal. Allora, voleremo. Allora, 34.000. Ok. Stansted è a 348, 350, va bene.
Refueling truck is on its way. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it. Fuel truck is in position. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it. Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Advise on initial contact you have information Delta. Kastrup Airport information Delta 1209 Zulu, surface wind 140 degrees 7 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more, few clouds 4,300 feet, temperature 23 degrees, dew point 17 degrees, QNH 1018, landing runway 22 left, departing runways 22 left, 22 right, transition level 050, numerous cranes in operation around Castro. Advise on initial contact you have information Delta.
Boarding requested. Do you want to board crew? Passengers bus is coming. Passengers boarding starting.
Dai, su. Bene. Allora, parking brake set, battery wire closed, Standby power closed, standby power guard closed, last fuel pump on, center fuel pump off, e più start, e più gen on. Position light steady, logo light on, emergency exit light guard closed, passenger seals on, packs check
Passenger's bus is coming.
on, e abbiamo la prua in tutte e due. FMC set.
Passengers boarding started.
Nordic 3630, Castrop delivery, cleared to Bethany Mulhouse, Triple via Landwood 2 Charlie departure, runway 22 right, climb to flight level 060, squawk 3412.
Cleared to Bethany Mulhouse, Triboco via Landwood 2 Charlie departure, runway 22 right, climb to flight level 060, squawk 3412, Nordic 3630.
Nordic 3630, read back correct. Contact ground 121.63 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Ground 121.63 when ready for pushback or engine start, Nordic 3630, bye-bye.
Castrop delivery, Scandinavian 2807, Ebsassi Trenton Air, with information Echo, Gate Bravo 4 request IFR clearance to Marlarger.
Scandinavian 2807, Castrop delivery, cleared to Moldova Airport via Veda 2 Charlie departure, runway 22 right, climb to flight level 060, squawk 0464.
Cleared to Marlarger Airport via Veda 2 Charlie departure, runway 22 right, climb to flight level 060, squawk 0464, Scandinavian 2807.
Scandinavian 2807, read back correct. Contact ground 121.63 when ready for push or start.
Will contact ground 121.63 when ready for pushback or engine start. Scandinavian 2807, thanks.
Copenhagen clearance Bluemax 7381 with information Delta on board is ready for copy EFR clearance for London Stansted.
Bluemax 7381, Castrop delivery, information Echo current, cleared to Landrastansted Airport via the Langlo 2 Charlie departure, runway 22 right, climb to flight level 060, squawk 6566.
Cleared to Londra Stansted Airport via the Lango 2 Charlie departure, runway 22 right, climb to flight level 060, walk 6566, Bluemax 7381.
Bluemax 7381, read back correct. Contact ground 121.73 when ready for push or start.
Will contact ground 121.73 when ready for pushback or engine start, Bluemax 7381, thanks.
Scandinavian 96 Charlie, contact Castrop Tower 118.58, good day.
Contact Tower 118.58, Scandinavian 96 Charlie. Scandinavian 2807, request taxi.
Scandinavian 2807, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 runway 22 right via Mike Zulu Alpha cross runway 12.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 1 runway 22 right via Mike Zulu Alpha cross runway 12, Scandinavian 2807.
Nordic 3630, request taxi.
Nordic 3630, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 runway 22 right via Yankee Lima Zulu Alpha cross run.
Allora, transponder set 6566 on the box. Yes, max speed set 158158, heading takeoff runway 217. So 17, initial altitude set 6000 feet, yaw damper on, window bit on, pro bit on, flight altitude set 340, landing altitude set 350, flight director on, LNAV VNAV on, minimum ref baro radio, minimum set 2000, altimeter ref 1018, 1018, autobrake RTO, coma radio set, doors non closed dato che stiamo finendo il boarding. Facciamo un attimo un briefing. Siamo allo stand Foxtrot 5, quindi push verso destra. Immagino che faremo un Whisky Romeo Zulu Foxtrot Alpha o Zulu Alpha, dipende, poi Alpha 1 decolliamo. La nostra SID è la Batups, quindi è dritto per dritto e non ci sono né constraint di velocità né constraint di altitudine. In caso di piantata motore a pista per 15 miglia poi torneremo sulla 22 left e niente, il meteo avremo il vento 157 nodi, quindi un vento tutto sommato buono. E niente, abbiamo iniziato il boarding. Quindi boarding completed. Al briefing completato possiamo richiedere il push, anti-collision light on, facciamo la request before start checklist.
American 745 Heavy at gate Charlie 36, request pushback.
American 745 Heavy, Castrop apron, pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
Pushback approved, face south. American 745 Heavy.
Copenhagen ground, Blue Max 731381, stand Foxtrot 5 is ready for push and start.
Blue Max 7381, Castrop apron, pushback approved. Face west.
Pushback and engine start approved, face west. Blue Max 7381.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Allora, autothrottle arm, LN le Central Fuel Pump Air Equipment and Health off, dato che abbiamo 0. Le altre fuel pumps sono su on, electric hydraulic pump sono su on, anti-collision light on, anti-collision on, parking brake set, ground equipment removed, engine clear.
Ready to taxi to the active.
American 745 Heavy, taxi to holding point Echo 1 runway 22 right via Quebec Delta Charlie Bravo Echo 1 cross runway 12.
Taxi to holding point Echo 1. Runway 22 right.
Locking gear.
Delta Charlie Bravo Echo 1. Cross runway 12. American 745 Heavy.
Ryanair 9 Juliet, contact Castro Tower 118.58, bye bye.
Contact Tower 118.58, Ryanair 9 Juliet.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start.
American 745 Heavy, contact Castro Tower 118.58.
Over to Tower 118.58. American 745 Heavy.
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Speedbird 815 Charlie, gate Echo 36, request pushback and engine start.
Speedbird 815 Charlie, Castro apron push.
Allora, before start, by generatori 1 and 2, probit on.
Face south, Speedbird 815 Charlie.
Probit on. Wing anti-ice no requirement, engine anti-ice no requirement, PAX auto, isolation valve auto, APU bleed off, APU off, engine start switch is continuous, flap 5 request 5 set in green light, elevator trim set for takeoff 5 plus 1, elevator trim set for takeoff, flight control free and current, recall 737, lower display unit off and taxi light.
Nordic 3158, Gate Alpha 1 for request pushback and engine start.
Nordic 3158, Castro apron, hold position for traffic. I'll call you back.
Hold position Nordic 3158.
Castro per ground, Blue Max 7381 is ready for taxi to the runway 22 right.
Blue Max 7381, taxi to holding point Echo 1, runway 22 right, via Whiskey Romeo Bravo, Echo 1, cross runway 12.
Taxi to holding point Echo 1, runway 22 right, via Whiskey Romeo Bravo Echo 1, cross runway 12, Blue Max 7381.
Speedbird 815 Charlie, request taxi.
Speedbird 815 Charlie, taxi to holding point Echo 1, runway 22 right, via Sierra Whiskey Romeo Bravo, Echo 1, cross runway 12.
Taxi to holding point Echo 1, runway 22 right, via Sierra Whiskey Romeo Bravo, Echo 1, cross runway 12, Speedbird 815 Charlie.
Nordic 3158, taxi for departure.
Speedbird 815 Charlie, contact Castro Tower 118.58.
Contact Tower 118.58, Speedbird 815 Charlie, have a good afternoon.
Nordic 3158, taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 22 right, via Yankee Mike Zulu Alpha, cross runway 12.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 22 right, via Yankee Mike Zulu Alpha, cross runway 12, Nordic 3158.
048 Uniform Charlie, date Foxtrot 7, request pushback and engine start. 048 Uniform Charlie, Castrop apron, pushback approved, face west.
Pushback approved, face west, 048 Uniform Charlie.
Nordic 3158, contact Castrop Tower 118.58, bye-bye.
Over to Tower 118.58, Nordic 3158.
048 Uniform Charlie, request taxi to the active.
048 Uniform Charlie, taxi to holding point Echo 1, runway 22 right, via Whiskey Romeo Bravo, Echo 1, cross runway 12.
Taxi to holding point Echo 1, runway 22 right, via Whiskey Romeo Bravo, Echo 1, cross runway 12, 048 Uniform Charlie.
Swiss 12718 Alpha 8, request pushback.
Swiss 1271, Castro apron, pushback approved. Face southwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest, Swiss 1271.
Nordic 3228, Charlie 27, request pushback and engine start.
Nordic 3228, Castro apron, pushback and engine start approved. Face southeast.
Pushback approved, face southeast, Nordic 3228.
Blue Max 7381, contact Castro Tower 118.58, bye-bye.
Contact Tower 118.58, Blue Max 7381.
Castro Tower, Ryanair, sì, Blue Max 7384, runway 22, holding point Alpha Echo 1, is ready for departure.
Aircraft calling for departure, SACL 6.
Blue Max.
Allora, parking brake set, fuel flow reset, seal fuel pumps are equipment, de-icing off, cabin lights are equipment, flight instrument check,
Runway 22 right, clear
check,
for takeoff. Blue Max 7381.
Nordic 3158, contact Castro departure 124.908.
Contact Castro departure 124.908, Nordic 3158.
All aircraft be advised, information Foxtrot now current, QNH 1018.
landing lights on, strobo lights on, taxi light off, transponder steering, TFC push on, clock.
Runway 22 right.
048 uniform Charlie, number 2 for departure. Hold short of runway 22 right.
Hold short of runway 22 right, 048 uniform Charlie.
Ok. Take off. Chrono on. Engine stabilizers. N1 to go. Speed alive.
Runway 22 right. Line up and wait. 048 uniform Charlie.
Switch 1271, holding short, runway 22 right.
Switch 1271, number 2 for departure.
Clear up.
Hold short of runway 22 right.
Hold short of runway 22 right, Swiss 1271.
Uniform Charlie, Castro Tower, wind 160 degrees, 11 knots, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 22 right. Cleared for takeoff. 048 uniform Charlie.
Swiss 1271, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 22 right, Swiss 1271.
Blue Max 7381,
Liner 8, Max 7381. Castrop departure, Max 7381. Passing 1,700 feet, climbing to flight level 060.
Max 7381, Castrop departure, good afternoon, identified, climb flight level 170.
Climb flight level 170, Max 7381.
Speedbird 815 Charlie, contact Copenhagen Control 119.43.
Center on 119.43, Speedbird 815 Charlie.
After takeoff, positive rate clear gear up, auto brake off, engine starting switch is off, gear level off position, runway turn off, cabin light air equivalent.
Cast of departure, Nordic 3228, passing 1,500 feet, climbing to flight level 060.
Nordic 3228, Castrop departure, identified, climb flight level 190.
Climb flight level 190, Nordic 3228.
Lumax 7381, contact Copenhagen Control 119.43.
Center on 119.43, Lumax 7381. Copenhagen Control, Lumax 7381, passing flight level 144, climbing to flight level 170.
Lumax 7381, Copenhagen Control. Good afternoon, identified, climb flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340, Lumax 7381.
Nordic 3630, contact Bremen radar 119.825, have a good afternoon.
Contact Bremen radar 119.825, Nordic 3630. Copenhagen Control, Broadens 81 Sierra, passing flight level 313, climbing to flight level 390.
Broadens 81 Sierra, Copenhagen Control, identified, continue climb to flight level 390.
Continue climb to flight level 390, Broadens 81 Sierra.
Malta 54, contact Copenhagen approach 119.805.
Contact Copenhagen approach 119.805 with Malta 54.
Copenhagen Control, Nordic 3228, passing flight level 160, climbing to flight level 190, direct Nova.
Nordic 3228, Copenhagen Control, good afternoon, identified, climb flight level 380.
Climb flight level 380, Nordic 3228.
control, Scandinavian 596, passing flight level 112, descending to 5,000 feet.
Scandinavian 596, Copenhagen control, identified. German Eagle Sierra India, contact Bremen radar 125.1, good day.
Center on 125.1, German Eagle Sierra India.
Scandinavian 596, descend via star to 4,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Descend 5 star to 4,000 feet, QNH 1018, Scandinavian 596.
Speedbird 815 Charlie, contact Bremen radar 125.1, have a good afternoon.
Contact Bremen radar 125.1, Speedbird 815 Charlie. Copenhagen control, red nose 3516, passing flight level 150, climbing to flight level 180.
Red nose 3516, Copenhagen control, identified, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, red nose 3516.
Scandinavian 596, contact Copenhagen approach 119.805.
Contact Copenhagen approach 119.805, Scandinavian 596.
Reynolds 1151, cleared rebound for Mike arrival, runway 19 left.
Cleared rebound for Mike arrival, runway 19 left, Red Nose 1151.
Rollins 81 Sierra, contact Bremen radar 125.8, good day.
Contact Bremen radar 125.8, Rollins 81 Sierra.
Nordic 3228, contact Sweden control 118.0.
Contact Sweden Control 118.0, Nordic 3228. Have a good afternoon.
Red Nose 3563, descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1018, Red Nose 3563.
center on 125.1, Remax 7381. Bremen radar, Remax 7381, flight level 337.
Remax 7381, Bremen radar identified. Speedbird 91 Juliet, contact long and radar 118.75. Contact long and radar 118.75, Speedbird 91 Juliet. 75091, contact Bremen radar 119.825, good day.
Contact Bremen radar 119.825, move 45091.
Bremen radar Nordic 3630, good afternoon, passing flight level 358, climbing to flight level 370. Nordic 3630, Bremen radar identified. Arrow 427, contact London radar 127.6.
Contact London radar 127.6, hit Arrow 427, bye bye.
KLM56 Golf, descend via start to 10,000 feet, QNH 1013.
Descend via start to 10,000 feet, QNH 1013, KLM56 Golf.
Bremen radar, red nose 3516, good afternoon, passing flight level 349, climbing to flight level 360.
Red nose 3516, Bremen radar identified. German Eagle Sierra India, contact Amsterdam radar 119.175, bye-bye. Contact Amsterdam radar 119.175, German Eagle Sierra India. KLM 1756, cleared blue for 1 Alpha arrival, runway 18 center.
Cleared blue for 1 Alpha arrival, runway 18 center, KLM 1756.
Bremen radar KLM 77 Delta, flight level 310.
KLM 77 Delta, Bremen radar identified. KLM 46 Mike, report ready for descent. Ready for descent, KLM 46 Mike. KLM 46 Mike, descend to flight level 180. Descend to flight level 180, KLM 46 Mike. KLM 46 Mike, descend via start to 10,000 feet, QNH 1013. Descend via start to 10,000 feet, QNH 1013, KLM 46 Mike. KLM 46 Mike, contact Amsterdam radar 119.175. Center on 119.175, KLM 46 Mike, have a good afternoon. KLM 1756, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, KLM 1756.
KLM 1756, descend to flight level 210.
Descent to flight level 210, KLM 1756.
Line 1 Hotel Romeo, contact Copenhagen Control 119.43. Center on 119.43, Line 1 Hotel Romeo, bye-bye. Lufthansa 4 Mike November, cleared Carriera 5 Golf arrival, runway 25 left.
Cleared Carriera 5 Golf arrival, runway 25 left, Lufthansa 4 Mike November.
Speedbird 815 Charlie, contact Amsterdam radar 119.175.
Centon 119.175, Speedbird 815 Charlie, good day.
Southwind 1 Charlie X-ray, cleared Helmi 1 Alpha arrival, runway 23 left.
Cleared Helmi 1 Alpha arrival, runway 23 left, Southwind 1 Charlie X-ray.
KLM 69 Hotel, contact Copenhagen, control 119.43.
Center on 119.43, KLM 69 Hotel.
KLM 1756, contact Amsterdam radar 119.175. Have a good afternoon.
Center on 119.175, KLM 1756, have a good afternoon.
Max 7381, contact Amsterdam radar 119.175, bye-bye.
Center on 119.175, Blue Max 7381, have a good afternoon. Amsterdam radar, Blue Max 7381, flight level 340.
Speedbird 91 Juliet, cleared Logan 2 Hotel arrival, runway 27 right.
Cleared Logan 2 Hotel arrival, runway 27 right, Speedbird 91 Juliet.
Blue Max 7381 Amsterdam radar identified. KLM 75 Tango, contact Copenhagen control 119.43. Contact Copenhagen control 119.43, KLM 75 Tango. German Eagle Sierra India, contact Skiffle approach 126.68.
Contact Skiffle approach 126.68, German Eagle Sierra India.
Amsterdam radar KLM 56 Golf, passing flight level 201, descending to flight level 100. KLM 56 Golf, Amsterdam radar identified. Speedbird 91 Juliet, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Speedbird 91 Juliet.
Speedbird 91 Juliet, descent to flight level 250.
Descent to flight level 250, Speedbird 91 Juliet.
German Eagle 1764, descend via start to 10,000 feet, QNH 1013.
Descend via start to 10,000 feet, QNH 1013, German Eagle 1764.
KLM 1756, descend via start to 10,000 feet, QNH 1013.
Descend via start to 10,000 feet, QNH 1013, KLM 1756.
German Eagle 1764, contact skiffle approach 126.68.
Contact skiffle approach 126.68, German Eagle 1764.
KLM 46 Mike, contact skiffle approach 126.68.
Contact skiffle approach 126.68, KLM 46 Mike.
Hit Arrow 115, contact Brussels control 125.0, bye-bye.
Center on 125.0, hit Arrow 115, have a good afternoon.
KLM 1756, contact skiffle approach 126.68.
Contact skiffle approach 126.68, KLM 1756.
Airhawk 423, contact Brussels Control 125.0.
Center on 125.0, Airhawk 423.
KLM57 Bravo, contact London radar 118.75.
Center on 118.75, KLM57 Bravo, good day.
Amsterdam radar red nose 3516, flight level 360.
Red nose 3516, Amsterdam radar identified. KLM78 Golf, descend via start to 10,000 feet, QNH 1013.
Descend via start to 10,000 feet, QNH 1013, KLM78 Golf.
Speedbird 91 Juliet, descend via start to 7,000 feet, QNH 1012.
Descend via start to 7,000 feet, QNH 1012, Speedbird 91 Juliet.
Speedbird 91 Juliet, contact London Control 118.475.
Center on 118.475, Speedbird 91 Juliet.
KLM56 Golf, contact Skiffle approach 126.68.
Contact Skiffle approach 126.68, KLM56 Golf.
Tanning Golf Mike, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Tanning Golf Mike.
Tanning Golf Mike, expect runway 08.
Expect runway 08, Tanning Golf Mike.
China Golf Mike, expect a visual approach runway 08.
Expect a visual approach runway 08, Panic Golf Mike.
Max 7381, contact London Control 118.475.
Center on 118.475, Blue Max 7381. London Control, Blue Max 7381, flight level 340.
Blue Max 7381, London Control, identified. Chinook 73 Romeo, contact Stansted radar 120.625.
Contact Stansted radar 120.625, Chinook 73 Romeo.
Easy 73 Lima Romeo, descend via star to 6,000 feet, QNH 1012.
Descend via star to 6,000 feet, QNH 1012, Easy 73 Lima Romeo.
Blue Max 7381, cleared Major 1 Alpha arrival, runway 22.
Cleared Mitchell 1 Alpha arrival, runway 22, Blue Max 7381.
Easy 73 Lima Romeo, contact sensitive radar 120.625.
Contact sensitive radar 120.625, Easy 73 Lima Romeo.
Ryanair 78 Sierra Echo, descend via start to 6,000 feet, QNH1012.
Descend via start to 6,000 feet, QNH1012, Ryanair 78 Sierra Echo.
Blue Max 7381, report ready for descent. Blue Max 7381, descend to flight level 220.
Descend to flight level 220, Blue Max 7381.
Allora, cominciamo a fare un briefinghino. Allora, siamo a 19 nautical miles al top of descent, che lo vediamo se mettiamo a 10 sicuro. È qua. Siamo già stati autorizzati a scendere, ce la prendiamo con calma.
Speedbird 91 Juliet QNH 1012, expect ILS approach runway 27 right with the Lima Alpha Mike transition.
QNH 1012, expect the ILS approach runway 27 right with the Lima Alpha Mike transition. Speedbird 91 Juliet.
Allora, facciamo un attimo un briefing. Allora,
Speedbird 91 Juliet, cleared direct Lamborn, cross Lamborn at or above 7,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 27 right.
Cleared direct Lamborn, cross Lamborn at or above 7,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 27 right, Speedbird 91 Juliet.
Speedbird 863 Zulu, descend via start to 7,000 feet, QNH1012.
Descend via start to 7,000 feet, QNH1012, Speedbird 863 Zulu.
Allora, siamo arrivati al top of the sand, quindi l'aereo adesso scenderà. Ok. Diamo una manina.
Contact sensitive radar 120.625.
Contact Sunset Radar 120.625, Ryanair 78 Sierra Echo.
Ok. Allora, Megel. Dobbiamo essere a Megel 220. Ditob. Lapra 120. E poi Abbott a 8000. Poi allora andremo a 6000 invece che 8000, così ci tagliamo.
London Control, speedbird 815 Charlie, good afternoon, passing flight level 252, descending to flight level 070.
Speedbird 815 Charlie, London Control, identified. Ryanair 9 Juliet Juliet, cleared bags of fallen arrival, runway 28 left.
Cleared bags of falling on arrival, runway 28 left, Ryanair 9 Juliet Juliet.
Good afternoon, London Control, Easy 36 Victor Tango, passing flight level 217, descending to flight level 080.
Easy 36 Victor Tango, London Control, identified. Speedbird 863 Zulu QNH 1012, expect ILS approach runway 27 right with the Lima Alpha Mike transition.
QNH 1012, expect ILS approach runway 27 right with the Lima Alpha Mike transition. Speedbird 863 Zulu.
Blue Max 7381, cross Medula at flight level 220, then descend flight level 120.
Cross Medula at flight level 220, then descend flight level 120. Blue Max 7381.
Ryanair 9 Juliet, contact London Control 118.775, bye-bye.
Center on 118.775, Ryanair 9 Juliet, good day.
Delta India Oscar Delta Echo, contact Scottish Control 119.875.
Center on 119.875, Delta India Oscar Delta Echo.
Speedbird 863 Zulu, cleared direct Lamborn, cross Lamborn at or above 7,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 27 right.
Cleared direct Lamborn, cross Lamborn at or above 7,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 27 right, Speedbird 863 Zulu.
Traffic.
Blue Max 7381, descend via start to flight level 080.
Descend via star to flight level 080, Blue Max 7381.
Speedbird 91 Juliet, contact Heathrow Tower 124.48.
Over to Tower 124.48, Speedbird 91 Juliet.
London Control, red nose 3523, flight level 370.
Red nose 3523, London Control, identified. Redair Tango Oscar, cleared of Sub 1 prepare arrival, runway 06.
Cleared of Sub 1 prepare arrival, runway 06, Redair Tango Oscar.
London Control, Tomjet 3 Delta Alpha, passing flight level 210, climbing to flight level 370.
Tomjet 3 Delta Alpha, London Control, good afternoon, identified, continue climb to flight level 370.
Continue climb to flight level 370, Tomjet 3 Delta Alpha.
Redair Tango Oscar, descend via star to 8,000 feet.
Descend via star to 8,000 feet, Redair Tango Oscar.
Speedbird 815 Charlie QNH1012 to expect the ILS approach runway 27 right with Lima Alpha Mike transition.
QNH1012 to expect the ILS approach runway 27 right with Lima Alpha Mike transition. Speedbird 815 Charlie.
Redair Tango Oscar, expect the visual approach runway 06.
Expect the visual approach runway 06, Redair Tango Oscar.
Speedbird 2 Victor, cleared Alvers, 1 Mike arrival, runway 23 right.
Cleared Alvers, 1 Mike arrival, runway 23 right, Speedbird 2 Victor.
London Control KLM 941, good afternoon, flight level 344.
KLM 941, London Control, identified, climb flight level 400.
Climb flight level 400, KLM 941.
Speedbird 815 Charlie, clear direct Lamborn, cross Lamborn at or above flight level 070, cleared ILS approach runway 27 right.
Cleared direct Lamborn, cross Lamborn at or above flight level 070, cleared ILS approach runway 27 right, Speedbird 815 Charlie. London Control, Santok 77 Bravo Kilo, passing flight level 130, climbing to flight level 160.
Suntuck 77 Bravo Kilo, London Control, identified, climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330, Suntuck 77 Bravo Kilo.
Blue Max 7381, contact Stansted radar 120.625.
Contact Stansted radar 120.625, Blue Max 7381. Stansted radar, Blue Max 7381, passing flight level 119er, descending to flight level 080 with information Kilo.
Blue Max 7381 Stansted radar, QNH1012 to expect the ILS approach runway 22 with Abbott transition.
QNH101 to expect the ILS approach runway 22 with the Abbott transition. Blue Max 7381.
Blue Max 7381 cleared direct Abbott. Cross Abbott at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS approach runway 22.
Cleared direct Abbott. Cross Abbott at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS approach runway 22. Blue Max 7381.
Stansted radar, Channix 5 November Kilo. Good afternoon, passing flight level 143, descending to 6,000 feet with information Kilo.
Channix 5 November Kilo, Stansted radar, good afternoon. QNH 1012, expect ILS approach runway 22 with the lower transition.
QNH 1012, expect the ILS approach runway 22 with the lower transition. Channix 5 November Kilo.
Stansted radar, Channix 46 Quebec Whiskey, passing flight level 152, descending to 6,000 feet with information Kilo.
Channix 46 Quebec Whiskey, Stansted radar, QNH 1012, expect the ILS approach runway 22 with the lower transition.
QNH 1012, expect the ILS approach runway 22 with the lower transition, Channix 46 Quebec Whiskey.
Channix 5 November Kilo, clear direct Laurel, cross Laurel at above 6,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 22.
Clear direct Laurel, cross Laurel at or above 6,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 22, Channix 5 November Kilo.
Max 7381, contact Stansted Tower 123.805, bye-bye.
Contact Tower 123.805, Max 7381, good day. Stansted Tower, Max 7381, ILS approach runway 22.
Max 7381, Stansted Tower, wind 220 degrees, 13 knots, runway 22 cleared to land.
Runway 22 cleared to land, Blue Max 7381.
Allora, go altitude, go around altitude set, runway turn off line on, landing gear check down degrees, autopilot and auto throttle requirement. Air control.
Gen X45 Delta holding short, runway 22.
Gen X45 Delta, hold short of runway 22, arriving traffic.
Hold short of runway 22, Gen X45 Delta.
Approaching minimums.
Airspeed low.
Minimums. Glide slow. Glide slow. $100. 50. 30, 20, 10.
Gen X45 Delta, runway 22, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 22, Gen X45 Delta.
Blue Max 7381, exit left to Kilo.
Exit left to Kilo, Blue Max 7381.
All aircraft be advised, information limit now current, QNH 1012. Blue Max 7381, contact ground 121.73, bye-bye.
Ground 121.73, Blue Max 7381.
Stansted at ground, the Blue Max 8371 is ready for taxi to the company gate.
Blue Max 7381, taxi to stand 62 right by November, Juliet.
Taxi to stand 62 right via November, Juliet, Blue Max 7381.
Ryanair 16 Delta Yankee, gate 63 left, request pushback.
Ryanair 16 Delta Yankee, extends to ground. Pushback approved. Face northwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest, Ryanair 16 Delta Yankee.
Ryanair 830 Quebec, gate 34 left, request pushback and engine start.
Ryanair 830 Quebec, extends to ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Pushback approved, face west, Ryanair 830 Quebec.
Ryanair 16 Delta Yankee, ready to taxi to active.
Ryanair 16 Delta Yankee, taxi to holding point Sierra, runway 22 via Delta, Hotel, Sierra.
Taxi to holding point Sierra, runway 22 via Delta, Hotel, Sierra, Ryanair 16 Delta Yankee.
Chenix 5 November Kilo, taxi to stand 20 via Kilo, Hotel, Lima, Hotel, November, Hotel, November, Hotel, Papa, Hotel, Alpha, Juliet.
Taxi to stand 20 via Kilo, Hotel, Lima, Hotel, November, Hotel, November, Hotel, Papa, Hotel, Alpha, Juliet, Chenix 5 November Kilo. Ryanair 830 Quebec, taxi for departure.
Ryanair 830 Quebec, taxi to holding point Sierra, runway 22 via Bravo, Hotel, Sierra.
Taxi to holding point Sierra, runway 22 via Bravo, Hotel, Sierra, Ryanair 830 Quebec.
Ryanair 16 Delta Yankee, contact since to Tower 123.805.
Contact Tower 123.805, Ryanair 16 Delta Yankee.
Ryanair 830 Quebec, contact since to Tower 123.805.
Over to Tower 123.805, Ryanair 830 Quebec.
Ryanair 93 Mike Lima at gate 50 right, request pushback.
Ryanair 93 Mike Lima, stands to ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest.
Pushback approved, face northwest, Ryanair 93 Mike Lima. Ryanair 93 Mike Lima, request taxi.
Ryanair 93 Mike Lima, taxi to holding point Sierra, runway 22 via Charlie, Sierra.
Taxi to holding point Sierra, runway 22 via Charlie, Sierra, Ryanair 93 Mike Lima.
X46 Quebec Whiskey, taxi to stand 14 via Kilo, Hotel, Hotel, November, Hotel, November, Hotel, Papa, Hotel, Alpha.
Taxi to stand 14 via Kilo, Hotel, Hotel, November, Hotel, November, Hotel, Papa, Hotel, Alpha, Chenix 46 Quebec Whiskey.
Ryanair 93 Mike Lima, contact since to Tower 123.805.
Contact Tower 123.805, Ryanair 93 Mike Lima.
Ryanair 9 Echo, taxi to stand 62 left 5 kilo, hotel, hotel, November, hotel, Papa, hotel, Alpha, Juliet.
Taxi to stand 62 left 5 kilo, hotel, hotel, November, hotel, Papa, hotel, Alpha, Juliet, Ryanair 9 Echo.
knots. 80 knots. 1,000.
X 128 Juliet, G25 right, request pushback and engine start. X 128 Juliet, stand stood ground, hold position for traffic. I'll call you back. Hold position for traffic, X 128 Juliet. X 128 Juliet, stand stood ground, pushback approved. Face northeast. Pushback approved, face northeast, X 128 Juliet. 412, Stansted ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Base northwest.
Pushback approved, face northwest, sky 412.
Chinese 128 Juliet, request taxi to the active.
Chinese 128 Juliet, taxi to holding point Sierra. Runway 22 by Juliet, Bravo, Hotel, Sierra.
Taxi to holding point Sierra, runway 22 via Juliet, Bravo, Hotel, Sierra, Chinese 128 Juliet.
Chinese 128 Juliet, contact Sunset Tower 123.805.
Contact Tower 123.805, Chinese 128 Juliet.
Sky 412, request taxi to the active.
Sky 412, taxi to holding point Sierra. Runway 22 via Bravo, Hotel, Sierra.
Taxi to holding point Sierra, runway 22 via Bravo, Hotel, Sierra, Sky 412.
Chinese 3 Delta Hotel, gate 25 left, request pushback and engine start.
Chinese 3 Delta Hotel, Stansted ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Base northeast.
Pushback and engine start approved, face northeast, Chinese 3 Delta Hotel.
Scout 412, contact Sunstead Tower 123.805.
Contact Tower 123.805, Sky 412, bye-bye.
Chinese 3 Delta Hotel, gate 21 request pushback and engine start.
Chinese 3 Delta Hotel, Stansted ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Base northeast.
Pushback and engine start approved, face northeast, Chinese 3 Delta Hotel.